morning.
Good morning. Oh, Maura's telling us it's National Bagel Day.
Is it really?
It is.
I love National Bagel Day. All right, so if that's the case, you guys got to go hit up
Bagel Buddies.
Bagel Buddies in Fair Lakes. Say hi to Alyssa Schultz. She and her husband Peter own it. They hire all of the Fairfax High School kids.
Yes.
And it is a great way to support your local, very small business. And God, they work hard and they're the nicest family.
Yes.
So Bagel Buddies, Fair Lakes. My kids are partial to the pizza bagel in particular.
I believe it's called the Garden City. Being vegetarian, it is so good. It has the veggie cream cheese, the avocado, the sprouts. Oh my gosh, it's so good, especially on her whole grain honey wheat bagel.
It's
so
delicious.
good.
And their pies are excellent. We gave the pies out to clients about 2 years ago, and they are yum yum.
Yeah, and I have been known to, when I go there sometimes on Saturday mornings when they have the bagel nuts, which are the
cream cheese deliciousness on top.
It's either chocolate chip or blueberry. I may order 6. There's 4 of us at home. I come home with 4. They don't know I ate 2 on the ride home.
They only sell them in boxes of 4. It's weird.
But you know what? Tell me a mom who doesn't do stuff like that, because we earn our little treats. We earn our treats. So that said, we were talking. I made the chickpea stew the other night. That is super
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Added in a whole lemon with a bunch of turmeric. Delicious. Kids struck it down. So I know some of your favorites too.
It is. It's lovely. And Owen, my son, tells me that you make it better than I do. So maybe we'll have to have maybe we'll do a cooking tutorial one day.
Oh my God. Okay, that'll be a Friday Live. All right, so we are a couple minutes in. Welcome to Friday Lives with Lynn and Tracey. CAPS victory last night. Go.
Way to start off the season. 2021 may look a little bit brighter for us.
Maybe we'll get back in the seats again at some point. That was devastating last year, having to cut us off early with the tickets.
I know.
So there's that. So here we go. Let's get this party started with our fancy new, not fancy new, but our fancy intro. Here it goes, and action.
Oh no!
And there it is. Lynn, tell us what's happening in pop culture. Plus I'm going to fix this framing a bit.
So, sure. So, one thing I don't know a lot about it because I literally heard it as we were driving in today. Apparently, the government is releasing some photos of UFOs. I don't know. Go look online. I heard a clip. So that's what I know. But what I do also know, which is very exciting, is it is official that Sex and the City is getting a reboot. It's going to be on HBO Max. So that is...
I'm pretty sure Kim Cattrall's not coming back, though. I think I saw that.
So I've kind of seen both. I've seen some where she is, and she's the one who's like on Twitter, like confirming kind of, but they have officially come out and confirmed it.
Good.
So that's super exciting.
Yep.
But more importantly for you guys in Northern Virginia, we have a lot that is happening.
Yes.
Much like the real estate market coming back immediately after the holidays, so has everything in Northern Virginia. So some quick tips, new restaurants coming up. St. Elmo's coffee shop in Alexandria, they are opening up their 2nd location, and that's going to be on Montgomery Street in Old Town North. So up by that Potomac Yard area.
Yep.
Ada's on the River just opened yesterday. So Ada's is part of the American Restaurant Partners, which also has Mia's Italian Kitchen, Theismann's, Palette 22 over in Shirlington, and a lot more. So Ada's just opened on Robinson Landing.
Yep.
Over in that whole new section that's really getting a reboot in Alexandria on the waterfront. And the concept, they're really building the concept around custom wood burning fare. So they have this custom wood burning oven. So the menu looks amazing. If you have a chance, go out, grab it. That would be great.
Your local business.
Yes.
Continue. What else is happening, Miss Lynn? Who's in the know?
So one of the things that's actually really exciting. Now this is a couple years down the road. But the reason that we're talking about it now is because the county in November just approved it. It does still have to go through an environmental study and some public comment. But Fairfax Peak, you're going to be hearing about this because it is in Lorton, overlooking the Occoquan Bay. But this is going to be a massive Iceplex. So
Yeah,
what is going in here? This is indoor ski slope that's going to be about 280 feet high. Ski runs, a sky bar, a hotel with bar and restaurants, a wave and surf park, mountain roller coaster, a ropes course and zip line. There's also going to be like a little alpine village. With restaurants and stuff like that. So like I said, right now they do still have to get through some of the process. Once everything is approved, they're assuming it's going to take about 2 years to build out phase 1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting, especially, I mean, we're so lucky. We're only, 2.5 hours from the ski slopes anyways. Yeah. But you do have to go out of state unless you're going to Bryce to do any type of skiing and an outdoor excitement like that. So to have that in our backyard is, I think it's going to be wildly popular. Right. I really do.
And it's indoors, so you can do it anytime.
So you can do it whenever, so it's really kind of great.
Yep. Some other news down in Dumfries is Rosie's Gambling Emporium just opened. So this is actually, it opened a little bit earlier this month, and it is the first gambling hall in Prince William County, and actually the first in NoVA itself. And so basically, I'm not a gambler. I
have a penchant for the slots. I don't love it. I don't have to go, but I've been known to blow some cash on the slot machines. That's the thing.
Well, I one time someone was trying to teach me how to play
blackjack.
Roulette. The one that the thing comes around. Ready. I lost $7 and I was like, I'm done. It's too much.
Ingrid,
I could have bought 2 cups of coffee.
So Ingrid and I were in the Bahamas for one of the top agent retreats, and she had never done slot machines. So I gave her a 20 and I had a 20, and the two of us walked up, and it's like midday. I mean, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're, T-minus got to leave at noon to get to the airport. And sure enough, she hits it, wins like $50 on the thing. I hit it, get $144, and I like wigged out. I was like, cash out, take your money and run, go while you're up. And like the two of us like ran over, cashed out, got our cash, and that was my big win story. So again, I will gamble, but it's definitely like, okay, I have X amount to spend. If I make that back, I put that back in one pocket, and then if I go down, then that's it, we're done. Right. I'll walk away. Yeah, I don't actually have an addiction, but I do enjoy the adrenaline.
Yeah, I don't.
So no, that's great. So because that's an option. So instead of having to go over the bridge into MGM and National Harbor, you now have that option right here in Virginia.
Yeah, and the way it's set up is it's 150 machines that are like slot machines. But this is what I don't fully understand, because I'm not a gambler. Is they said that the payoffs are tied to old horse races. Yeah. So the way that you play it. So Rosie's Gambling Emporium in Dumfries. Go ahead, take a look at it.
If you understand that, feel free to contact us and explain it, and we'll be happy to talk about it. Or heck, you could be a guest next week, and we'll talk more.
Right, exactly. And then some other news, specifically actually looking at the real estate market in Northern Virginia, is definitely on a, it is sad, but it's just some news that puts things really into perspective. So the Community Foundation for Northern Virginia, their research center, Insight Region is what it's called. So they did studies, and so the numbers I'm about to talk about are pre-COVID. So these are numbers from 2019. So just to imagine what is happening now is sad. So rents are so high in Northern Virginia that the region has actually outpaced both Silicon Valley and New York when it comes to low-income households in regard to the economic strain that they feel, which is, awful. And just knowing that, that doesn't even include COVID happening. So basically, 67% of low-income families devote more than half of their income to rent per month. And so that's something, and you're seeing a lot of communities and developers really working with developers to really push for that affordable housing. A lot of this is because it's such low inventory. It's not even low inventory in regard to buying and selling, but even
low inventory pressures. But then in addition to that, just the appreciation due to that, and just the lack of available housing in general is tough. So you are seeing, as new communities go in, there are some requirements, especially with like the mixed use commercial, things like that, where there is going to be provisions required by the county to have affordable dwelling go in there, affordable housing go into that.
Yeah, and there are, if you actually go on our development page where we talk about a lot of the development that's happening in the area, we always point out some projects that are really focused on that, and even looking at those projects where they have like the different ratios. But I do know that there is, I want to say it's in Alexandria. I think it's over in the like 4 Mile Run area. There's actually a project that's really focused really on the affordable housing. So.
Right. So there
more needs to be done.
They're trying to happen, but yeah, I mean, needless to say, to have 67% of the folks have more than 50% of their income go towards their cost of living, and just having shelter. That's a sad place.
It is.
So let's move ahead. So let's look at some stats. What happened last week? Every week we like to present just kind of what happened out there, and what you can see here is that just since last week there were 451 new listings on the market. That means that's 451 from $0 all the way to the tippity top that came out for our purchasers to take a peek at. That's not very much when you consider that that's Arlington, Alexandria City, Fairfax County, Loudoun County, and Prince William County. That is only 100, not even, per county and per area. So the next thing that we've got there is, with that, as 451 came on, 399 went under contract. So you're seeing this almost even, slightly not pace of competition. Something comes on, it comes back off the market. And then the lag rate there is as we were coming out of December and into January. So contracts that went under contract in December closed. We had 683 contracts in those areas closed just last week. So again, this is super representative of the demand that's out there. If you are a seller, now is the time to talk to us, get your advice, and prepare to get on the market. You can't just throw it out there and make it happen, because it does need to be in a certain condition and priced appropriately. So again, get consultation. We are in a seller's market, and buyers, it's imperative that you're working with folks that can get it done. Case in point, we ratified 2 purchasers this week alone who got the houses of their dreams. They've been competing for a while. One of them, this was her 5th offer. The other one, it was her 2nd. So we were able to get those through, and they are on their way to home ownership.
Yep, and then last night we have another one that we just put in another offer for. We are waiting to hear back on that one. But it's about it. Yes, it is. It's a craft. It is a craft, and it is. I mean, you have to have strategy. You have to know. You have to have done your research. You have to know which neighborhood you want to do. You have to know, because unfortunately, I mean, buyers don't have the time to take their time and think it over. So that's why you really want to do. You do your research ahead of time, so you know the neighborhoods. You know that you can really hone in on this one specific area that you really want, because then when it comes on the market, you look at it, and you decide. I mean, yesterday, the one that we went and looked at, we got in, it had only been on the market for 2 hours. We got in and we looked at it, and we had already been out doing the research on the other neighborhoods, so we knew that they were good with it.
There's lots of different strategies. We can go with that through you later, but the other thing too, we'll talk about this later, if you are just kind of thinking about doing it purchase-wise or seller-wise, we do offer our seminars, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on, and you can see that on our Focus on NoVA/events webpage. So moving forward, last week.
Yes, so last week we dove into I-66, and both inside and outside the Beltway. The big news, the big number, the big date you want to remember is December 2022. That's when it's all supposed to be done.
Hallelujah.
So, yeah, no kidding.
Praise.
No kidding. So,
Praise
I mean, I know I am Northern Virginia native, you are Northern Virginia native. We live on the side where 66 is one of our major commuting routes. And every time I take a big, deep sigh, and I've learned to just kind of meditate as I'm going onto the entrance ramp. Because even during COVID, with all the construction, there's traffic. But they're working to get it done. But if you go online, I go step by step as to, I mean, I break it down. It's a great article by with exit links, number. The whole 9. It's phenomenal. Check it out. Go to focusonnova.com. Hot and Fresh News, and then developmental updates. It's living there. You can also check it out on And it breaks it down
Instagram
for
and Facebook.
Right, and it's breaking down the timeline for each section as to what you're going to see happening at what point.
Correct.
So yeah.
So moving on, great piece that we did, and we just talked about this. It is so hard. So we are told, and in most people's cases, our biggest nest egg and bucket of money is in our house. You invest, you have your equity, and then you're supposed to use that equity to roll over to get to your next house. Well, in this market, a sale of home is never going to work. It just isn't. I shouldn't say never.
Sale of home contingency.
Sale of home contingency is never going to work. So this gets into a very high level. What do you need to do if you need to sell your home to move up into the next home or over to the next home? Check it out. It's on our Hot and Fresh News Top 3 Takeaway. Lynn really does a really great job explaining that. And again, if you need more information,
what you get for. So, well, this was actually your listing.
It was my listing that the lender helped us out. So Brian came and helped us out on figuring out the numbers, and then Lynn actually did the talks. But long story short, check that out. We explore what it would take for you as a purchaser to buy a townhouse in Burke that's listed at $480,000, and Brian breaks it down into 5% down payment, 10% down payment, 20% down payment. And what's amazing is I think a lot of people, getting back to the rents being astronomical, is you're going to find that you can actually buy a house, start building your own wealth, building your own equity, and it doesn't require 20% down. You get incredible options. Check out the What You Get For series. Again, that lives on focusonnova.com, Hot and Fresh News.
Yes. And I will also apologize for the way I look in that video. It had to be done. We had to get it done. I was having some allergic reactions to my eyes.
She was puffy. There's a lot of there was a lot of pictures that we edited over top of Lynn.
You
and
know
it was
what?
Windy.
It is what it is. It got
fine.
done. The most important thing is you have the information.
Yes. Dear sellers, we do not sell your house that way. That said, it's a great information.
Right.
And pay attention to
that. Right.
So,
and if anything, you can go look and make fun of the way that I look in the video.
There
That's
you go.
Fine.
Make your comments.
I don't care. Okay. So home buying. So last night was our inaugural home buying seminar, virtual. So on the second Thursday of every month, we have a home buyer happy hour. It's hosted on Zoom, completely free. Got into a lot of really good information.
Yeah.
And it was nice because really able to not only go over the broad aspects of what the process is, but definitely took the time for those who come to really answer their specific questions.
Right. So they're typically pretty small. You don't have a ton of people, so we really can get some of your personal questions answered while we're there. If we ever have a super large enrollment, what we will do is have 2 of the agents from the team jump on. We'll do breakout rooms and make sure you get your questions answered. But check that out. Buyer seminar, second Thursday, 7 p.m. It's there. You can register. You must register, and you need to do that on focusonnova.com/events.
Yeah.
All right, girl.
Next week. So what you can find next week happening on our website is we are going to be doing a quick breakdown of the market. So with this one, we are really looking at the month over month, what has happened. So it's the most up-to-date information that looks at all of Northern Virginia to really break down what's happening in the real estate market. So check that out. That's going to be coming to you on Monday.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And then again, we've got a brand new one coming up.
Yes, so we have another What You Get For. So this one is, we actually are, let me move my head that way. So we are taking a look at a $225,000 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo in the Watergate at Landmark. So one thing I do want to point out, this community is built as a resort community. Yeah. So, I mean, it has indoor pools. Multiple.
More than one.
Lots of golfing opportunities. I mean, it like I said, built as a resort community. So we went ahead and we took a look at that this week.
Yeah, great piece. So check that out. That'll come out on Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, so fun.
Bundle up.
So fun.
All right, so we went out and we met with Jennifer McLaughlin, the owner of Caboose Brewery and Caboose Commons, and we talked to her about a social campaign that she's really starting for winter outdoor dining, and it's called Bundle Up. So we went ahead, we headed out and spoke with her to have her give us kind of a rundown as to what it is. other restaurants and breweries that are involved, and there's a lot there. It's not just in Vienna. It's happening in Reston. It's happening through the O&D Trail. So basically, the concept is, I mean, you and I do it. We sit bundled up at our kids' sports games. So why not bundle up and have a beer?
Yeah.
Because when we're sitting at
Can
the
we
sports
do that on Fairfax County Public Grounds while they're playing soccer?
Right.
Probably not.
So check it out. That's going to be coming up on Thursday. That's going to be our top 3 takeaway for the week.
Yeah. Super fun one too, because you had the most of the team there.
Yes, and
I
oh my
couldn't
gosh,
go. I was at a home inspection, so
yeah, and so I am
calls.
right, and I'm not a beer drinker, but I got the boozy hot chocolate, and boy, was it fantastic, and it went down very, very quickly.
Yeah, Maura is our beer drinker / wine drinker. Maura drinks, so there's that. Sorry, Maura. So she did the beer, and then Ingrid and Sharon also did the boozy hot chocolate as well.
It was great, and they also have like an outdoor fire pit area that you can reserve. There's a lot of creativity that restaurants and breweries and wineries are doing
to social distance and stay open in the winter. So throw on your ski pants, put on your Uggs, get your snow jacket on, and get out and support those restaurants. They're working hard.
Yes.
And you can see it with the hashtag #MyLove. Check out the article.
Yep.
All right, this weekend we talked about it. We had the happy hour last night. This is going to be a recurring theme, so you're going to hear us talk about this frequently. We have our home seller and home buyer seminars this weekend. The home seller seminar is at 9 a.m. The home buyer seminar is at 10:30. It is a 1-hour class. We can try to get it as narrowed down as possible. We've got a couple people registered at this point, so I expect it to be really good. I'll be leading it this weekend. Lynn and I will be alternating that. Sharon and Ingrid will pop in every now and then, but you can register online at focusonnova.com/events. It'll get you the Zoom link. We are setting this up as a meeting. It is supposed to be interactive. We are not going to just dictate this topic to you. Right. So check it out. It's the third Saturday every month, so if you can't make it this month, but it's something you're interested in, feel free to schedule yourself for February, because that's all up there through the year. And if none of that works for you, just contact us and we can clearly meet with you outside of that date. And yes, we do these education things by Zoom if you're not comfortable meeting in person.
Yes.
By the way, I want to address that. For those of you who don't know this, Lynn and I do live in the exact same neighborhood. Our children are BFFs, so we are actually in each other's bubble, which is why we're comfortable not being 6 feet apart at this point.
Because we see each other more than we see our family sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. And our husbands, bless their hearts, don't go anywhere, and the kids are confined to the house.
You know what, though? So, I think my husband's completely fine. I definitely remember.
I know.
So, it's the whole latchkey kid comments and memes that were going around, and, once quarantine went in place, my husband was like, oh,
we got this.
I got this.
This is fine. We just need some tang.
Right.
So long story short, we are in each other's bubble, which is why we're comfortable, and it's also why you don't see any of the other team here, because we really do try to social distance and stay safe. Yes. So, super psyched.
Yeah, so excited about this. Okay, so the first Monday of every month, we have Masters Monday, and this is a partnership between Focus on Nova and Village Drive Village. So what is Village Drive Village?
What is it?
So Tracey and I are on the board at Village Drive Village. This is a community organization that really strives to help older or others that are in need.
Anybody but targeted 55 plus seniors.
Right. It helps them stay in their homes longer by having volunteers to where if they need someone to come change the light bulbs or change the smoke detector or help get something down from
set
the
up
attic.
Their email.
Right.
Shovel their walkway. Go to the grocery store. Pick up a prescription.
Yep. But most importantly, it's to keep them social and active.
Yep.
So we used to have Masters Mondays in person. Obviously, COVID hit. We've now brought them online, and it is going to be broadcast through Zoom Live, through Facebook Live on both of our pages. And since we're going virtual, we're opening it up to everybody. So on this February, it is February 2nd?
February 1st.
February 1st, at 7 o'clock. February 1st at 7 o'clock. Yes, sorry, I can't read it that way. February 1st at 7 o'clock, we have Bob Levy. So he is a former columnist at the Washington Post, and he's going to talk about not only the golden era at the Washington Post, but also his brand new book, Larry Felder, Candidate. These are fantastic discussions
So
I always get enthralled, and and they're interactive, so you can ask questions as well. So I highly suggest go ahead, check it out. You can go to focusonnova.com/events. And you can register if for some reason you don't have time to register or you forget. We're going to be broadcasting them on both our social media pages, like you are right here, when that happens. So you can always catch it that way as well.
Right, exactly. And then we will archive it for later. So catch them there. We had Chuck Morrow last month or this month. So it's amazing. So register. That's a great one.
Yes.
So
this week,
bring it home,
if
girl.
you're gonna get out and do stuff, we have some things that you can partake in. So first and foremost, January 18th, the National Park Service, it's free entry day. So I know. So you can go to any national park for free on January 18th. I mean, my God, the weather, it's in the 50s.
It's beautiful. Go for a hike.
Right, get outside.
Skyline Drive, go.
Exactly. It's so, be social distant, wear your mask, but get outside because we don't know how much longer this nice weather is going to last. If one of your resolutions or goals for 2021 was to be a better cook, which my husband might be like, yes, Lynn, make that your goal.
Sorry.
So Cookology in Boston, so they have a bunch of different virtual cooking classes. So definitely check them out to see what they have going on. They do a great job. When they were in person, they were bringing chefs in, and they were highly popular. So definitely check out the virtual ones. Also, January 18th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. I did not list out all the opportunities that you can do, but definitely keep that in mind. Get out, do something for your community.
Yep.
And then lastly, if you got some kiddos and you are just itching to get out of the house on this weekend, Alamo Draft House at their drive-in from 5 to 6:30, they are having displaying. What's the word that you would?
Playing the movie.
They're playing Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove. So you can go check that out as well.
Right. So Monday is Martin Luther King Day holiday. So Fairfax County doesn't have any school, and then of course we got the inauguration as well coming up. So everybody stay safe. Enjoy the holiday. Get out. There's so much to do. Don't forget to register for our various events, etc. And we'll see you back out on social media, whether you're Instagram, Facebook, and we're trying to get Google going as well.
Yeah, we're also, I played with Reels.
Yes.
You can go on my Instagram page and by all means, give me some...
Lynn chipmunked herself.
Well, that one I didn't actually post, so you can do some fun stuff. But I gave you a little quick office tour of my home office, and you can meet Jax.
And I'm going to go ahead and brag on her husband a little bit. So Mike has this amazing talent, and I wish that he could figure out a way to monetize that. But
he's sold stuff. He just doesn't have time, but it drives me crazy because he's so talented.
Her desk.
And
you guys see it, he made the guitars and the desk. So when you guys see that, you can just see how talented Mike actually is. He's pretty amazing when it comes to his furniture creations. I mean, it's amazing. He's so talented.
And the thing that just I'm in awe of is, and maybe on my social media I'll do a picture of the first piece he made. It was a Maloof style chair that we have in our foyer. He did it by watching a video.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. So
I can't even write my name.
But it is. He does absolutely beautiful work. Maybe I'll do a post and I'll just take pictures of all the things because, I mean, trust me, I take advantage to where now I don't ever go buy furniture. I have to make it. So I'll do some pictures of that for some of the stuff. But
that would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll do that.
All right. Well, everybody,
I'll pop on over and do it.
We're like a half an hour in. We've gotten through our stuff. So, anything from you?
No. So this weekend, just lots of showings. Hopefully, getting some offers ratified. Supposed to have a closing today.
Seller seminar, buyer seminar, soccer, and then soccer Sunday. Woo!
I have lacrosse. We got to do a lacrosse practice, and then. So one thing that I am doing, so the reason I did this home office tour on Reels is one of the goals that I put forward to myself, not so much a goal, I shouldn't say it's a goal, it's a plan. It's a plan. Okay. So what I'm doing is every month I'm choosing one part of my house And that's going to be my focus. So this month, my focus is on my office because I wanted to do, well,
yeah, the board and batting.
you'll be, yes, you'll see with upcoming posts that I do about redoing that. So what I'm going to do is, because I feel like with everybody being home, I'm a big DIYer to an extent. I know where my boundaries are. But I will play around with stuff. So each month I'm choosing a room and I'm really going to focus on it. And I thought I might bring you guys along with me.
I think it'll be fun.
Not only to show you, but then I might also be like, oh my gosh, do you guys think I should do this or that? So definitely look so you can help me figure it out. But yeah, so this month I'm doing the office. So there's going to be more coming up about that. And then next month, I think I'm going to do the kitchen.
Something brilliant. I get in trouble every time I move furniture around or want to do like an improvement. So I think I'm going to have to do it for work now.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Eric, you're in trouble. I'm so
That's
glad
a
you're
good
not
idea.
on social media, honey. We're going to be painting the house.
Yeah. Well, so Mike, my husband and I have been together for about 20 plus years, and he's given up. It used to be, not so much at this house now, but the townhouse we used to own, our main level, I would literally repaint it every 6 months.
Oh my God.
Because for me, painting is therapeutic. I have learned that the reason it's therapeutic is because it's the only time people in my house leave me alone. So I think that's why I paint all the time, because if they come over to start talking to me, I'll ask for help, and they're like, I don't want to help. So they've stopped coming in and talking to me when I paint.
That's
but
funny.
but I find it therapeutic, and it's nice, and it's a fantastic, easy way to change your space.
There you go. All right, folks, that's a wrap.
Yes, have a happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Get outside. Parks are free on January 18th. Also, day of service. So find something that you can do, not only for your local community, yourself, your family, your friends, but even, the community as a whole. Because that's kind of what it's all about.
It is. Peace out. We'll
All right.
see you later.
Bye.
FocusOnNoVA.com.
All right. Bye, guys.